So, Koishi's odd Furry adventure is bad. Okay, before you pull out your pitchforks and call me names, listen. This is just my opinion. You can enjoy stuff I don't enjoy. I'm not God or Jesus or your mother. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just a guy on the internet making a stupid video about some web series of an already existing series. Phew. With that out of the way, I'm your host Capitandino, and this is Brutally Honest. Roll the intro! Let's begin with a simple summary of the plot. So the plot revolves around Koishi Meiji, the main protagonist, getting out of bed and wanting to go fishing. So she goes fishing, but she realizes that she needs a fishing rod. So she goes to find one and stumbles upon the Scarlet Devil Mansion and tries to enter, but then she is stopped by the gatekeeper, Hong Mei-ling. Then Mei-ling explains that she can't enter, and if she tries again, she'll punch her. But Koishi's a little brat and tries to enter anyway. So then Mei-ling punches her, and Koishi is all like, "You punched me." And Mei-ling is like, "I warned you." And then Koishi goes full on evil and basically slashes Mei-ling in the throat. Then afterwards she goes in the mansion. Then another girl realizes that Mei-ling is very injured and wants revenge. But anyway, Koishi goes in the mansion and talks with Sakuya to get a fishing rod. Then Flandre appears, being the girl who wanted revenge. Then Koishi admits to being the person that hurt Mei-ling. Then Flandre tells Sakuya and everyone there to go away. Then Sakuya sends Kookuma to the Palace of the Earth Spirit because that's where Koishi comes from. Then Flandre and Koishi fight. Then Flandre breaks Koishi's hat, which is her friend, and so she goes full on rage mode and claps Flandre with tentacles. Then they get outside and we find out vampires like Flandre get hurt by rain. Then Koishi, still trying to be an angry supervillain, rips Flandre's wing to use it as a fishing rod. Then her sister Satori comes, which she also comes from the Palace of the Earth Spirits, slaps Koishi in the face, and they both go home. Then the people from the Scarlet Devil Mansion bring Mei-ling to the Touhou hospital, and also Flandre, but she heals faster because vampire logic. Then after Flandre is home, Romea, her sister, comes in the room and they talk. Then Flandre gets all pissy because you don't love me. You don't love me. Everyone hates. Final Flandre cliche. Then afterwards, the people from the Earth Spirit come to the Scarlet mansion, and basically Satori and Emilia have an argument about the events. Then Satori says she locked Koishi, then they keep on viewing each other for a while. Then she goes for the leave and says she can feel an evil presence from Komaguma, and actually being Komaguma's master is having none of it and have a big fight. Then we see Koishi escape, and I think that's... Wait, I'm getting a call. Hello, Captain here. How can I help you? What? You're telling me that's not the plot? Okay, so apparently the plot is about everyone going insane in Tokyo for no reason, and Koishi and Yukari fight. Wait, I'm getting another call. Again? Seriously? Oh my god, I'm so gonna cut your budget after this. So apparently the plot is actually about the Lunarians trying to take over Tokyo, and we find out they changed the moon to make everyone go insane, and Koguma was working with the Lunarians and descended to a higher plane with Pachi, and Yukari and Koishi views then. Oh my god, again? What is it now? What the fuck do you mean they turn into kaiju girls and turn into Pacific Rim Evangelion thing? What the fuck is going on? Okay, apart from that overextended joke, the point I'm trying to get is that Koishi's heartwarming adventure story was made while the series was being made. Like, most of the parts don't have good pacing. Like, it feels like the creator was just like, cool idea, I'ma put it in. But most of the plot lines, like the whole Lunarian stuff, comes out of nowhere, like, eh? And also, can I just say, most of the moments in the story are just there to be shocking. Like, there's a whole plot line about yokai trying to overthrow the Hakure Shrine Maiden, but I didn't mention it at all. Wanna know why? Because it was literally one of the most unimportant parts of the series. All we got was a cool fight scene. There are also some random parts just showing the characters going insane for no reason. Like, why should we care? We are here for Koishi, not Randy's. But now, the ending. It was underwhelming. Honestly, I know the series was cancelled, but like, the ending just felt like they were gonna continue the plot, but nah, it ends there. And also, I think the ending gets pretty well into our next transition, the characters. So most of the characters in Koishi's heartwarming adventure are really forgettable or one note. There are some that have actual personality, but like, for example, Reimu Hakure. She's brave, she's serious, I guess. But that's about it. Actually, let me make some categories for you. So, we have 3 categories of characters in Koishi's heartwarming adventure. Faithful to their actual personality, one note, and batshit insane. So let's first talk about some of the faithful characters like Satori Komeiji, aka Koishi's sister. Now, I'm not a Touhou expert, but I liked how she was portrayed in the series, as a serious yokai that still loves her sister unconditionally, even though Koishi's behavior is very questionable, but we'll get to that later, I promise. Anyway, Satori is good. Except she did have an out of character moment of straight up killing Oren for no particular reason, but I'll let that slide. It's probably just the series shock value. And Remilia as well would fit in this category. Talking about Remilia, let's talk about one of her contemporaries, Reimu. That gets us to our next category. One note. Now, Reimu's personality is kinda, how do I say, she's basically a good guy, or girl. In this case, she's the main protagonist of the Touhou game, so I wouldn't expect much. But it's just a missed opportunity, like from the limited research I did. Her personality is actually very interesting and relatable in several ways. But the series basically made her the hero against Orohime's villain role. And talking about Orihime, her personality is basically evil warlord. And she's just there to be the villain and edgy. Like, we barely even know who the fuck she is. Basically, she comes down from Zemun with her sister and kills all the good guys. And then afterwards starts killing the kaijus later on, and at the end fights Raymond and Marissa in the final showdown, and we get like nice ending with Raymond and Marissa. Like, why would we care? We barely even know these characters. Like, what are their motives and stuff? Jeez. And also, don't give me the whole this is for real Touhou fans only. You think somebody new to the Touhou community is not gonna click it? They might just see it because they want more Touhou content. I'm not trying to be mean here. Okay, I'm just saying that we have to know the characters first before caring about them, even if you're a veteran Touhou fan. So if the characters are completely different from the originals. But anyway, talking about Shrine Maidens, how about we talk about our next category, Batshit Insane, with Sanea Koishi.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay, so let's get started with Sanea. So apparently Sanea is one of the characters that's supposed to be made insane by the moon, right? So explain to me why she has a whole flashback of her being younger and killing the entirety of her classmates in the outside world just because they bullied her. Was she a psychopath the whole time but managed to oppress it enough until she came to Gensokyo? Did the moon fucking return her psychopathic behavior? Is she gonna appear in the next Saw movie? Huh? Is she? Okay, so now that I'm calmer, I can explain Sanea. Sanea is one of the worst characters in the series, period, and I don't mean to offend. I'm being completely deadass right now. She's unironically awful. We get her killed first, then get the backstory of how she became a psychopath because society. Then that gets retconned with the moon. And it's like, what were they trying to do with her? I genuinely don't get it. Like, what alcohol was the creator doing? Like, man, get that shit away from Zoom. Just, Sanea is mangled. Then, you would think she would be the worst. But no. Now we get to our main three characters for this review. Quite possibly the characters with the most wasted potential in the whole series. Yandere Scarlet, Koishi Komeiji, and Kawakuma. Let's begin with the elephant in the room. Koishi Komeiji, the main protagonist of the series, and for a main protagonist, goddamn, she's one-dimensional. She literally defines the word one-dimensional. Okay, let me explain why I say this. Basically, Koishi in this series, she's a psychopath. That's it. Like, they put stuff from Koishi's backstory, like how she closed her third eye because people that use Twitter bullied her. But like, and why should we care about a character that acts like a killing machine? Now, don't get me wrong, I love my plain evil protagonist as much as the next guy, but holy shit, on a drumstick is Koishi not interesting at all. Like, she could have worked at the beginning of the series with her personality. But then the attention was thrown at everybody else, and that's another problem with her. We don't get enough time with her. Before she got killed off and fused into Yukari, cause reasons. Like, honestly, if this series actually was more revolved around Koishi, then it would have had potential, knowing Koishi's actual character and backstory. But nah, let's make her a fucking psychopathic killer that likes hats. But now, let's get to the second member of this crew of wacky girls. Up next is Flandre. So Flandre, her character is basically,
nobody cares about me.
okay, that's a bit of a generalization, but you get the point. She just wants to be loved, and I mean, it's nice and all, but like, what else? She wanted to take revenge on Koishi for her demailing. So would that make her loyal? I'm really scrapping here, folks. She argued with her sister not loving her, and then Kokuma basically said,
You should kill yourself. Now!
she was happy because somebody cared enough to insult her. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to say. She doesn't have much character in any way. She doesn't act snarky like her actual character, and is more of a crybaby. But it's probably because she's literally the most unimportant character out of the three. Anyway, talking about these three, the last one, Kokuma. Oh boy, there's a lot to say about this freak. Okay, so at first she was like an innocent demon girl, then basically Satori revealed the twist that she was evil all along.
What a twist!
Then she makes a full switch to evil mode. Basically works for the Lunarians to cause the entire moon shit. She manipulates Flandre and is basically like, LOL, everyone in the Scarlet Devil Mansion suck.
Except my beloved bachelor.
And after all of this, she goes on the space colony I mean, the Lunarian space base with Patchouli, and they have gay lesbian sex. Now, after hearing all of that, the fuck am I supposed to say? She's literally the biggest victim of the plot. Like Flandre and Koishi, yeah, for what they are, they work. They aren't that important, but like, Kokuma is literally a side boss in the actual games. And she becomes a villain? That's a cool idea, but then of course the Lunarians got involved and it's revealed she's just a big simp. Like bro, come on, she was unironically a good concept. It's just the execution was black. Of course, she isn't based on her actual personality because, surprise, Kokuma doesn't have an actual personality because she was a mini-boss. Heck, Kokuma isn't even her official name. Anyway, back on topic. Yeah, Kokuma and Koishi's Prime Adventure needs some redesigning and refining.
Surprise! What?
Welcome to the part that inspired this whole video, the Koishi Hard Prime Adventure Rewrite. Woohoo! Okay, so before we jump in, I have to establish some rules. Number 1. I will keep the first half of the story, so basically episode 1 to episode 5. Number 2, no Lunarians, they were stupid in the series, so I ain't gonna keep them. Number 3, Koishi is the main protagonist, so it's mostly gonna revolve around her. So, with those rules in place, let's begin this rewrite. So most of the plot stays the same in the beginning. But the differences start with Koishi's whole personality. She's still a little psychopath, but well, she isn't really. Okay, let me explain. Basically, I decided to give Koishi some of her character traits from her canon personality. She's a nice kid that doesn't want to hurt anyone and isn't malicious. But, in this rewrite, she has a habit of hurting people unwillingly. This will factor in later, so keep it in mind. Then the whole Flanders Koishi battle happens, but Koishi is less boasting about what she did. The fight goes basically the same. Koishi goes mad for the identicals. I still don't know why they're there. Same old, same old. One difference is that Koishi doesn't rip out Flanders' wing because it was pointless and edgy. So I don't know why it was there. Anyway, Satori slaps her sister, then locks her in her room, so Satori and Vermillion have an argument, and Satori says shit about Kokuma. But when the tension starts rising, she leaves. Meanwhile, Koishi breaks free like before. And no crazy evil people, I swear that made no sense. And I'm not capping even though my name is Cap. Anyway, so here's where most of the differences are. I've changed the series from stupid overaction to a more bonding series. Like the main two characters are Flanders and Koishi and their relationship with their sisters. Koishi's story is more about her struggles with her killing habit and her trying to be better and Satori supporting her. Meanwhile, Flanders' story is more about her sister and how she thinks she treats her and not understanding each other. And then this leaves us with Kokuma. Now, dear viewer, you may be asking, what are you gonna do with Kokuma? She's basically the foil to both Flanders and Koishi. She's basically playing 4D chess, manipulating everyone to get her way. She basically plays an innocent demon facade where she tells lies to everyone. Meanwhile, she sneaks out of the mansion when nobody's looking to make an empire of gullible yokai to defeat the Komeiji and Scarlet Sisters. She's kinda perfect for this role. Like, our main protagonists start having family issues. She sees the vulnerability and uses it for her own gain. It may be a facade, but the whole Flanders and Kokuma talk in the series, the whole demean Flanders speech they had, would be very important to the plot, putting some doubt onto Flanders. Then, at the end of the series, the final battle could be the Komeiji and Scarlet Sisters teaming up and fighting against the manipulated yokai army of Kokuma, with maybe both the sisters' friends helping them. Now tell me, that would be cheesy as hell, but like, wouldn't you want to see a giant battle of countless yokais against two final bosses and two extra bosses? Like, come on, that would be hella sick. Oh, and before I forget, we can have Flanders and Koishi bonding afterwards due to their family problems. Maybe after they have like a little fight, they do some bonding, I guess. But like, come on, you gotta be honest to yourself. You would want to see that more than fucking Arabic statues fighting kaiju girls. Oh, and the art is good. Apart from the random Koishi cleavage. Well, you got to the end of the video. You watched me ramble on and on and on and on and on and on and on about this random show that nobody cares about. Now you get some end credits. Anyways, I am here just to say that basically I want to thank Ertus for making the rantsona and the thumbnail. And this video took 3 months. Yes, this video took 3 goddamn months and nobody's gonna watch it. I fucking bet you. But anyways, yeah. And also I want to thank you, the viewer, for watching it, of course. But yeah, I guess you could like, comment, subscribe, I don't know. But yeah, bye!